is that here, you ask? Well, we have a whiteboard right here. And here we have a box of pens. Unfortunately, most of these can't be used on the whiteboard, so we are stuck with black. I mean, I'm sure there's so many that can be, but it would take me forever to find the ones that can be. Just to clear up, these are not my pens before I get into trouble off my daughter when she sees this video. I have indeed borrowed them, and I'm sure she will kick off at some point when she sees this video. So if she's watching this video, you need to buy some better pens that I can use on the whiteboard in future. Yeah, that should get me in a bit more bother. Yeah, we're just going to use this black one because I don't want to write on the whiteboard with permanent markers and ruin the whiteboard. Next time we'll get a big piece of paper to do these sort of videos. Anyway, we've got our pen, we've got our whiteboard. Let's take the lid off the pen. Oh, by the way, we are using these new microphones today. These are Bluetooth style. I've finally got the phone, the brand new phone I bought working, and with the microphones, etc. Let's see how it turns out. So, today's video with the pen and whiteboard, I will be telling you, let's write here what it's going to be. You have to ignore my shite writing. Yeah, right there. What I've been watching lately, basically, on the television. Now, I've just wrote that right across the middle of the board and taken up loads of room. Not in the slightest way ideal. We now need to find something to clear the bloody board with. Let's make sure it's penning and run out. I think it should be alright. Okay. I have nothing to clear the board with. Fuck it, we'll use my jumper. Well, yeah, that's not going to plan, is it? Oh, bollocks. Hang about. And just like that, the dirt is gone. Amazing. Okay. So I'm just going to write some programs, etc. on this board. And, yeah, lovely to talk about certain ones. I've not watched as much as I would like to lately, but I've watched a few bits and pieces. So, to start off, the first show I've been watching, well, the first one on here is Slow Horses with Gary Oldman. You can catch this on Apple TV. So, little backstory. I've watched all of them up to the new series previously. Watched all that back to back through the series. But the problem was, when the new series came out recently, last few weeks even, I had forgotten everything that had happened before. So I do as you do. I rewatched. Oh, here's the coffee, guys. I've been rewatching them from the start. What is it about here, you ask? Well, Slow Horses is about the MI5 and spies in Britain. It's not, it is serious, like it's a proper serious show, but you also get a little bit of a comical take on things. Gary Oldman plays the of spies that have basically, not so much spies, but a group of MI5 that have been kicked out of official MI5 and been stuck in a little crappy office because they've all, in one way or another, done something to piss their bosses off. And now he's been lumbered with them all. The problem is he can't stand them. And yeah, it's very, very good. I'm currently on series 4. You'll recognise some faces. So you got Gary Oldman, as I said. You will see, what's her name? Oh, bloody hell. Kristen Scott Thomas. Many of you'll know her from Four Weddings and a Funeral, possibly. I think The Horse Whisperer. Lots of her films over the years. She's very good. She plays Gary Oldman's boss. Yeah, it's really good though. I do really seriously recommend, if you have Apple TV, give Slow Horses a go. Now, another one I watched. This was on ITV Plus. Apologies for that, guys. This was very good. I put off watching this for like a year and a half until I was like, you know what, let's just give it a go. So, this is Love and Death. Now, the first I knew of this was watching Gogglebox with my wife about a year ago or something or other, and they showed a clip of this series on there. I thought, oh, that looks pretty fun. It looks quite good. Didn't think much of it. Like, after that, didn't bother to look for it. Then I was scrolling through ITVX and seeing that it was on there. I thought, why not? Let's give it a go. So this is based on a true story, and it's pretty bloody good. It stars Jesse Plemons. Many of you'll know him originally from Breaking Bad. That's where I first seen him, and he's been in so many good things since then. He is married to Kirsten Dunst in real life, I believe. But yeah, Jesse Plemons plays this normal everyday bloke living in a little town, like a little community, with his wife, who's quite an angry lady, and she wants a baby, and they're trying for a kid together. Anyway, they're part of the local church community, etc., etc. And one of his neighbours is, what's her name? Elizabeth Olsen. That's who she's played by. And she's married and got kids. And one day she just wants something a bit more exciting. So it randomly says to Jesse Plemons, out of nowhere, oh, we should have an affair. And it's quite a funny take. Like, you imagine these two neighbours meeting up for secret get-togethers. But it took them a year. Oh my god, we have a church about a mile down the road and they just started with their bells. If you can hear, I apologise, I can't do much about it right now. We haven't much luck on my videos with background noise at the minute. Yeah, they start meeting up at a cafe out of town to chat about it. They're like, we can't let this become too serious. We have to have boundaries. If we start to have feelings, we have to stop it. All this stuff. And they just keep putting it off and meeting up for pie and cups of tea and all sorts of things. So they eventually decide to get it on. And they start meeting up at a motel. Anyway, the series starts with somebody being killed. You don't know who's dead. From what I remember, you don't know who's dead anyway. And yeah, you gotta watch the series to see what happens. But basically, one of the 4 people in this little relationship, i.e. the 2 husbands, the 2 wives, one of them turns up dead. It's very good. It's a one and done series, so it's now series 2. And I seriously recommend giving it a go if you've got nothing to watch for a few days. Give Love and Death a watch. Okay, next I've been watching Bollocks. No, I've not been watching Bollocks, but I went a bit wrong there. Let's circle these, make it look a bit, stand out a bit more. I've been watching Alien Earth on Disney watch the Alien films. One of my favourite films when I was a teenager was Alien Resurrection with Sigourney Weaver, Ron Perlman, etc., etc. Very, very, very good movie. I didn't have a lot of appreciation for the first 3 Alien films when I was younger, and it wasn't until I rewatched them that I really enjoyed them. I watched Prometheus when it came out and didn't concentrate and get the gist of what was going on with that film. So, when Alien Earth was coming to Disney Plus, I decided to research the order you need to watch them all in, because it's like 3 new movies in the last few years, and there's Alien Resurrection, there's Prometheus 1, there's another one, which is basically Prometheus 2, I forgot what it's called now, and so on and so on. And I watched them all in order. I'm currently up to the oldest Alien films, because they actually come after all the other stuff. But Alien Earth is set in the Alien storyline, timeline, I guess you'd say. You've got to watch it. It's very, very good. It's about how humans, they sort of make these babies who are like super babies. Like they make babies from, I can't remember how they do now. They get like these disabled kids and they make them into like clones of themselves, but stronger and better and more intelligent. And then later on in the story, these aliens and the babies, or stroke adults now, are able to communicate with the aliens. It's pretty bonkers, but definitely worth a watch. If you like the Alien movies, watch Alien Earth on Disney Plus. It is well worth your time. I really enjoyed it. I'm now up to watching the original 4 Alien movies. So it's Aliens, Alien 3, and Alien Resurrection. I've just got up to watching them now. Next we have House of Guinness. Now I'm very controversial here and say I did not really enjoy House of Guinness. I loved Peaky Blinders. And you're thinking, what have they got to do with each other? Well, if you know, you know. Stephen Knight wrote and created both of the shows. Peaky Blinders, I love that. Really did. House of Guinness, I guess you go into expecting something similar to Peaky Blinders, but you forget, and this is based on Guinness, the alcohol, like the true story of the Guinness family. It can't be too bonkers. It is very good. It starts off with the death of the dad of these 4 children. You got 3 sons and a daughter, and the one son's an alcoholic, the other son is a closet homosexual, and the other one is very business minded. The daughter wants to be part of it all, but she's sort of wrought out of the will, as in like women shouldn't be working in business sort of thing. That's their dad's opinion. The daughter, wow, if you've ever watched, what's that show? If you know, you know, because I've forgotten the bloody name. It's on Disney Plus at the minute. It stars Martin Freeman. It is bloody great. It's about a copper who is like unravelling. I think there's 2 series of it. He's set in Liverpool, and Martin Freeman plays a Scouse copper. It's so good. Let me know in the comments if you know the name. It's absolutely fantastic, this show. I've watched it twice, and yeah, I've forgotten what it's called. Anyway, in that, there is a girl who's like on the run. She steals some drugs and she's on the run, and he tries to help her. And she plays with a druggie herself, etc., etc. If you've seen that show, the Martin Freeman one, and you've seen that girl, you're like, okay, you know, good actress and whatnot, but a bit bonkers. She plays the sister in House of Guinness. She plays the role so bloody well. I couldn't believe it was the same person. So yeah, House of Guinness is very good. Just not great. I was a bit disappointed, like I say. It also stars what's his face out of bloody hell. Oh Christ, on a bike. He's in everything at the minute. He's like a top British actor, tipped to play James Bond at some point. me just find out his name because I sound ridiculous here. Well, it's the beauty of having a couple of extra phones next to me. I can check things out, i.e. actors' names. Here we go. About to say his name. Somewhere James Norton. Yeah, James Norton plays the heavy for the Suns. Like he goes around because not everyone in Ireland at the time liked Guinness, i.e. liked what it stood for. And they actually tried to blow up the Guinness factory at the start of the series. And James Norton plays like the heavy, like the one who goes around and sorts things out for the Guinness family. He also, if you've seen it, you'll know that he gets involved with one of the brothers' wives. It's very good. James Norton is very good in it, but overall, I guess just my expectations, I was a little bit disappointed in that respect. Next, we have just having a little think here what we've got next. Okay. Well, yeah. Next, we have Blue Lights. That is a Blue Lights. Now, my mother-in-law, unfortunately, she's not with us anymore, recommended this to me because we used to share programs I would find. I'd say, oh, watch this, she'd say, watch that, etc., etc. And she thought I'd like it, and I just never got around to watching it for a long time. And when I eventually did, I thought, wow, this is great, and it really is a brilliant show. Set over in, I think it's Northern Ireland. It follows the police force over there, and they are trying to stop drug gangs, etc., etc. But the thing is, I don't know if it's true to Northern Ireland because that's my Irish mate, and he wasn't sure because he lives in Ireland and not Northern Ireland. But in the series, they depicted that they can't go into certain areas for fear of being like trapped. Like the locals, or the gangs anyway, set up traps to get the police into the area, and then they attack them. And like I said, I don't know if that's true to Northern Ireland, like in real life, or if it's just fictional. I'm not sure. But it's a great show. It's like 3 or 4 series now of Blue Lights, and I can't recommend it enough. I think it's on BBC iPlayer. I could be wrong, but I think it is. Right, the next one is a bit random, and I'm trying to remember the name. Oh yeah, that's it, with it. I nearly forgot this. It's just a random show I watched. Again, I think it's on the iPlayer or ITVX. It's called Malpractice or Malpractice. Now, this is 2 separate series of this, and they're based on different stories, both set in hospitals, and are both very, very good. One features this Irish lady who's a nurse, and she gets sort of caught up in helping an old colleague who is bumped off early on. The old colleague is killed, and she is in some way a part of it all, and she's trying to cover her tracks. And at the start, you think she's just a normal nurse, but no, yeah, it's brilliant. That's the first series, and the second series is where there's this bloke. He was in another show I watched a while back, and I can't remember what his name is now. He's a very good actor, and he plays a doctor who is called out to. He's under a lot of pressure. Basically, he's called out to help do an assessment on this new mother. Her husband's worried about her behaviour, and he's under a lot of pressure to get this assessment done whilst also doing other stuff at the hospital. And he's in that much of a rush that he just sort of goes through a quick assessment with the woman and doesn't go through the correct procedures. Anyway, I think from what I remember, she goes home that night after not taking the drugs they prescribed. I think she goes on to attack her baby or kill the baby. I can't remember now. It's been a while since I watched it. It's just very good. It's all about him set up by higher up aboves, and him trying to clear his name. But it's just, again, it's only 2 series, different story each time. You can hear the rain, guys. That might be quite relaxing, other than the church bells. It is beating down on this window next to me. Right, one more. We can squeeze in another one here before we move on to. But I've got some other stuff to do. Let's just stick it here. Might do another one after this, anyways. Another show to watch. Okay, I have been watching Gold. Now, this is another thing. I like a lot of British shows, but some stuff I just sort of skip. And Gold is on the iPlayer or the ITVX, whatever. And it's great. It is very, very good. It stars, what's his name? Hugh Bonneville. I'm pretty sure he's in it. He plays the detective from what I remember. It's based on a true story about a gold bullion robbery in the 80s, I think it was, in the UK. And I think there's 2 or 3 series, and it spans the story of the police trying to track down the gold bullion thieves. And it goes all the way across to Spain and other parts of the world, because the robbers didn't just let's go and sit in our flat in London. No, they were on the run and tried to get their gold melted down or sold wherever they could do. It's a great show. You've got to give it a watch if you're just a bit bored on this Sunday today, but whenever you sit around with not to watch, give Gold a go. Right, now a old school one for me, because it's how many shows I've been watching, and I'm just struggling to remember what half of them are. Like right now, what am I waiting to start watching on one of the apps? Oh, yeah, okay, so. Christ, my writing's getting worse. We have Brassic. Now, today's Sunday, tonight will be the last ever episode of Brassic aired on the telly. They're airing the last ever episode they'll be making. I'm yet to watch the new series. It's very funny though, isn't it? If you've ever watched Brassic, it's set in the north of England. A group of friends getting up to all sorts of mischief and funny heroics. Give it a go. It's on Sky, Max, and Netflix, probably all the other bloody apps you can find will be showing Brassic. I think this is series 7. And there's a Christmas special thrown in there somewhere along the way. And I've been waiting till all the episodes were out before starting to watch Brassic. Now the last one I'm going to tell you about, I can't really remember what the bloody name is now though. Bear with me. I'm just typing because my mind just disappears sometimes. It has done here as well. I'm trying to find the bloody thing. And of course, it's hiding. Can you hear the rain? Wow. Oh, here we go. God, I found it. Now, this is not for everyone, but I think it is bloody brilliant. I start off each series of this thinking, oh no, I'm not going to enjoy this. I'm not going to enjoy this storyline, etc. And by the end of it, I'm like, wow, I want more. It is The White Lotus. This is on Sky Atlantic. You'll probably find it on an app somewhere. If you've got Now TV, you can watch Sky Atlantic. If you've got Sky, you can watch Sky Atlantic, etc., etc. The White Lotus is set in a different hotel per series. I think I've talked about this before. One of the characters, or a couple of them, appear in a couple of series back to back. They just turn up at different hotels. But eventually one of them doesn't, because I won't say any more about that. it's a different hotel each time. One of them's in Thailand, one of them is in Italy. I can't remember where the other one is. And it follows the guests over the course of about a week of them being there. And you've had some great actors in this and actresses. I'll just tell you a couple of the names that have appeared in this show because there's some very good actors and actresses who've been in this program. So you have. Oh, I hate it when everything goes wrong. I've got it here now. Just about, anyways. Where's the cast? Where's the cast? Where's the cast? Here we go. Jennifer Coolidge. She played Stifler's mom in American Pie back in the day. You have Walton Goggins. I think he's bloody brilliant ever since I've seen him in The Shield a long time ago. Jason Isaacs, who played Draco's dad in Harry Potter. Michelle Monaghan, you'll recognise her from a few things. Who else we got here? There's just loads. I can't. There's too many to go through them all, I'm afraid, guys. But yeah, I definitely recommend watching The White Lotus. Just the intro music each series, I'm like, oh no, I don't like this new intro, and then by the second episode, I'm like, wow, this is so catchy. The story's always very good, entertaining. Someone always ends up dead. So yeah, watch. Out of all these, let's give you a top 3 of what to watch. Again, I could have listed way more than this, but it's what I've been watching myself lately. Top 3, in no particular order. Slow Horses, definitely. Blue Lights, and then it'd be between Alien Earth and The White Lotus. I'd probably go with The White Lotus. I think Alien Earth has a bigger potential. Like over the next couple of series, that'll definitely develop into something great. But right now, my top 3 would be Slow Horses, Blue Lights, and The White Lotus. Let me know what you've been watching lately, guys, and I will see you all again on the next video. Thanks for watching.